S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. All the success in New England over the last few decades, and this crowd has never been more enthusiastic. A moment ago, the Pats emerged from their locker room. They are set as they'll square off with the New York Jets. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Outside. 53, check 53. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The give is to Bell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Darnold, he's got Anderson right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll try and run for it with Bell. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, the Jets turning to Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal try. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Brady to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this. It's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now Darnold. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Gotta like what we're seeing from him so far in this game. This is the 3rd game of the season, and he's already accumulated an AFC Offensive Player of the Week award in this young year.
Yeah, week 2 was his. The announcement came Wednesday that he got that award. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley, trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. He finds his target, it's Crowder. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams. An 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. That throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Brady, that's complete to his running back, Burkhead. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Chopper! 72! 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First game at their own 17-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brandon Copeland able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
57, Rim.
To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brandon Copeland able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Keep getting sacks.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dez Bryant, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football.
On plays like this with a ball. Comes free. It's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Brady.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player.
And it's a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. To throw is Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, it's Bell. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On play action, now Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamal Adams. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. Darnold, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Calling a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Mike 50. Silver. Go.
Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Pats will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to sling this, and now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery, the yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Help me out, partner. Was that incomplete?
That was on a deep ball to Dez.
And that's a surprise. The way he attacks the football in the air, it's always surprising to me when he doesn't complete a pass like that.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Edelman set to return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his second touchdown on the season. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in it.
And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Brady now to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brandon Copeland able to record his 5th sack of the season. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Crowder. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And this is to pour it on. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A give to Burkhead on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set 29, Alpha. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 53, Linda. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
On second and 12, Brady. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Brandon Copeland in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Brady. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's able to get it out of there. Crowder now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Let's set a tone.
A give to Bell. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, it's Bell, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game,